Hello chemistry fans, and welcome back to Chemistry 1032 problem solving session. I am Dr. Russell Betts. I will be your guide through this problem. Let's read the problem together. Identify the following as a metal, non-metal, or metalloid. Alright, now to do this, you could memorize the periodic table, or you could just use it. And here it is, our periodic table. So now, let's take a look. We want to know if something's a metal, a non-metal, or a metalloid. Well, the first thing we need to identify on the periodic table is what's called the zigzag, or I like to call it the stair step. So here, you'll notice there's a black, dark bold line running down the table, or if you go the other way, running up the table. To me, they look like stairs. There's some stairs built into the periodic table, and those stairs are very important. That's the dividing line. On the left-hand side of the staircase, those are metals. On the right-hand side of the staircase, those are called non-metals. Now, above and below the stairs, those are metalloids. So let's do that again. To the left of the staircase are metals. To the right of the staircase are non-metals. Above and below the steps of the stairs, those are metalloids. I think we should do that one more time just to make it clear. To the left of the staircase are metals. To the right of the staircase are non-metals. And above and below the stair steps are metalloid. Now, the metalloids are like hybrids between metals and non-metals. Now, there are exceptions. And notable is aluminum. Aluminum is below the staircase, but aluminum is considered to be a metal. Aluminum is not a metalloid. So the above and below the staircase rule works for every metalloid, except you have to remember aluminum is a metal. And it's pretty easy to remember that because aluminum foil, we've all seen it. You have some at home probably to wrap up your leftover food or sandwiches with. It's a metal. It's shiny. It's got the ability to conduct heat and so on. So it is definitely a metal. Metalloids are typically not shiny and bendable. They're typically quite brittle. Metals are typically very shiny and, well, not shouldn't say very shiny, but do have some kind of shine, and also are bendable. You can manipulate them, fold them and such. Metalloids not quite as easy. The other exception is hydrogen. Hydrogen is in group 1, but hydrogen is not a metal. Hydrogen is a non-metal. So you have to keep that in mind. Lithium is a metal. Hydrogen is a non-metal. Okay, so let's take a look at the problem here. Sodium. Well, sodium's right here, far to the left of the little atomic staircase, shall we call it. So sodium would be a metal. There we go. Nickel. Well, again, here's the staircase. Nickel. Nickel is a metal. Iodine. There's iodine here. Iodine is on the right-hand side of the staircase, so iodine is a non-metal. Boron. Well, here's our friend boron right here, above the staircase, directly above the staircase. So boron is a metalloid. Okay, so again, the elements above and below the staircase, except for aluminum, are metalloids. So boron, silicon, germanium, and so on, those are metalloids. Okay? Carbon is above the staircase, but it is 2 above, so it would not be a metalloid. Carbon's a nonmetal, for example. So just above or just below the staircase are metalloids. Carbon, speaking of carbon, well, carbon is right here. Carbon is on the right-hand side of the staircase, so carbon is a non-metal. All right, bromine. Bromine's over here. Bromine is to the right of the staircase, so bromine is a non-metal. And hydrogen. Hydrogen's to the right of the staircase, but hydrogen is one of those exceptions. Hydrogen is not a metal. Hydrogen is a non-metal. It's in group 1 for reasons that we'll get into later on in this class. So hydrogen is a non-metal. Okay? So I hope that was fairly helpful to you if you're having difficulty determining if something was a metal, non-metal, or a metalloid. If you're still having difficulties with this, please get help from a tutor here at the Academic Success Center, or come and find your professor for some extra office hours or some extra help. This stuff is, I think, fairly simple, so you definitely don't want to let this slide. It's easy points if it's on an exam. All right? So with that, I'd like to bid you good luck and good chemistry.